Welcome to We Know Sports. I'm your host, Mr. B, and we have a very exciting show for you today. In today's show, Cam Newton calls out all the podcasters. He apparently had something to say, and Marcellus Raleigh is bringing it to light in the video that he did about it. So I want to go ahead and share that with you guys as we speak. With that said, let's go ahead and see what he had to say.
Hey, you know what I'd rather do? Listen to Cam Newton talk about the most hated podcasters. Let's go, Cam.
Podcasts have turned into the new reality TV. I love opening up my phone and boom, there it goes.
What is worse than diss track?
The top 5 most hated podcast personalities.
Listen. I just had this argument by group text. Really discussion. Shouldn't even say argument. Somebody sent me somebody else hating on somebody else. Was like, hey, man, you know what? That's worse than just all this back and forth between all these podcasters is that they all black. And I said, look, dog, I don't even care about the color element. I've already shown you and proved to you if you watch Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, National Enquirer, that white people do it too. Everybody does this. But whatever, you don't pay attention. Do you? I don't care about the racial element. What I do love about this, and this is real, the sociologist in me loves this, is to me, remember how TV was? TV was glossy. TV was glossy. Hello and welcome to another beautiful day at Lambeau Field. We started there. Then we was like, oh, let's get a little more access inside the NBA or access to the players and Amara Shah, O.J. Simpson. You got people with personality. Hey, I got Michael Jordan here. Hey, how's it going, Ahmad? I ain't seen you in a while. You still working on that jump shot? Remember, that's like the late 80s, 90s. Then you started to go advance. Kenny Smith and all them dudes start taking it. Best Damn Sports Show changed the game. John Sally chilling there with comedians and Chris Rose. They start chopping it up and start looking different. Athletes letting their hair down. But it still was glossy. We didn't act like that in real life. And then independent, well, let me not skip over Skip Bayless. Let me not skip over, pun intended, Stephen A. Smith and all the impact they had. And then they just was like, look, we're going to compete with these microphones. Yeah, my brother, you don't want to make an enemy of me. Like literally Kevin Durant is playing basketball at the top 10 level and you are doing podcasting. You're doing real TV at a Mount Rushmore level, and y'all going at it. And now we are here. You know where we are now? Oh, okay. Y'all want to play like that? Independent media. Take the makeup off. Drop my shoulders. Let me be real. And that's why everybody going back and forth. Because if you really are in a true, real relationship, it ain't perfect. There are things that I don't like that my best friend does, let alone some dude that's doing the same thing as me, but differently. So that's where we are. Y'all are looking at it the wrong way. Like, oh my God, they're tearing each other down. No, they not, because every time they do this, they get bumps in their clicks and views. So shut it. They're actually building each other up. But in any relationship, just like on any team, any football team, any locker room, we're going to go at it. Then we're going to come together. But guess what? We good.
You know what you thinking, Peggy?
What's up?
Is Cam gonna be a part of this?
Talking about B.
Don't nobody hate me. They love me.
You grilling more than George Foreman over here.
Number 5, Emmanuel Acho. Got him and Leonard Fournette. Oh, they was going back.
Oh, they were battling.
But the thing about Emmanuel, he had to gracefully kind of back out and kind of say, hey, now you in my world now.
Yeah.
Got to start using your nouns and your verbs and your similes, metaphors. He tried to hit him with the educational route.
Trying to take you to school.
Yeah, he tried to take you to school.
Be a fool.
Philosopher Acho. Leonard wasn't having it.
He said,
Echo. Boxed his name up. That man, say my name right.
Yeah.
Say my name. Say my name. Not bomb.
Oh, that's good. That's good. See, that's the cards that Acho got. Like one, Acho knows he's smart. Like say what you want if he's not moving you. I know I hear all the people that talk about it. I know Acho. So, but he's smart. He is. He's just smart, right? He went to school with the intent to learn, right? Now, then he puts it together. He's got this wordsmith going on. Y'all call it word salad, but whatever. He got a lot of words and he got a big brain. And he's Nigerian. You know, in their culture, they don't play that. You're going to go to school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doctor, lawyer, whatever they tell him. He told me before. I met his parents. I thought he was lying. Oh, they for real. They don't play that. That's why them Nigerians they're number one socioeconomically. Yeah. Them or Japanese Americans. Number one, they passed white people. They passed us a long time ago. Their culture. Y'all need to read Thomas Sowell. Anyway, so that's who Acho is. He like, look, I know I had a good career to get to Texas. I had a bad career in the NFL. Whatever. Who gives a damn? You know what's lasting longer than all these hits? You know what outlasts this body and all that contact? This brain. Good luck if you go at Acho. That's why Acho is shooting at everybody. He feels he's smarter than all of them. He like, I could go at y'all. Y'all ain't smart enough to deal with what I'm going to do. And you won't go to the depth that he will go to as a former athlete, because former athletes respect the journey. We respect the ride. We like, man, I ain't going to go there like that. I know how hard it is. And Acho like, yeah, I know how hard it is. It was so hard, I didn't do well. So funk it. It's different. Acho a different animal. That's a good number 5.
Matt Barnes and Acho.
RG3!
And Acho.
Matt Barnes said people on your own cast don't even rock with you. Who was you talking about?
Yeah, Matty.
Number 4, Patrick Beverly.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, he got more beef than the poultry eye.
What's wrong with the boy, Pepe?
Dwayne Wade.
Jason
Why you
Williams.
beef with white chocolate? He's a member of the culture. Why he just didn't sit in the sun too long, man? Nah, everybody just spewing stories. We don't know what's true, but one thing we know is it's entertaining. People stripping and ripping and cutting and cropping. Goodness gracious, I can't keep up. Number 3.
Patrick Beverly. All right. I think a good summation of it from me, because I haven't consumed much of Patrick Beverly since he left Barstool and all that happened. But he's trying to get his traction back, right? And so he's got to push some things forward that maybe he was going to tuck away. You know, a clean way of saying that, yeah, he's going for the more polarizing takes than just the ones that play the long game, right? There's all kind of versions, all kind of ways we can do this, right? I mean, I've done this show several different ways. There's been times where I like to rap. There's times where I like to come with the deep Wiley-isms. There's times where I just like, man, let me just be funny for these fools. There's times where I'm just like, let me give them the deep knowledge film session. Like, we got all these versions. If you're not trilingual, quadlingual, you just dumb. Seriously, you got to have all those expressions. So I think that Pat Bev right now is in that, okay, I'm going to get this back, and I know how to get it back. Simple as that.
Rashad McCants, part of Gil's Arena.
Yeah.
He be getting to wearing his crown and love to spill the tea. Every member, new, old, anybody in University of North Carolina, it's you versus them. Rashad. Number 2, Steven.
Okay. McCants is hilarious, because McCants, before you even say something, you're like, oh, he about to go there. Like, he just be wearing stuff and looking like, I'm going to go there. And he's like one of the ingredients that you don't think you always need or always love, always like, that is so damn essential. Like, he's an essential ingredient, like iodine. You know what I'm saying? Like, cats be talking about, man, no, chill on the salt, chill on the McCants. No. It's essential. You need it. One of the 8 essential nutrients. Like, I mean, so that's how I think of him. He cracked me up too, because he gets the most out of saying and doing the least. Like, he ain't Acho. You know, Acho, like, that word count is up, right? This face we see right here, that word count is up. It ain't got to be that way for McCants, and he still get his point across. I love it.
Anthony, that's my dog. Golly, why so many people hate Stephen A? Jamel Hill, Kerry Champion, Jasmine Crockett, Jason Whitlock, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes got to be honorable, man. He the 6th man of the year.
Papa Lightskin, he is in the building.
Matt Barnes with the good hair
is in the building.
Number 1.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith. I think in part it's just tenure. He been there so long that, golly, sooner or later he gonna say something you don't really like or something you hate. Like, all right, I let that go. I let that go. Oh, I can't let this go. So he lost me when he wanted Kevin Durant. You don't want to make an enemy of me. He lost me there, not in terms of rocking with him and loving it and loving him and how he does it. He lost me when I was like, oh, this ain't all shits and giggles. This is gonna be gangster now. We playing the gangster card. We can handle. He was a gentleman before, in some respects. He was going at LeBron a little bit before, but he defended LeBron more than not when he had Skip. Then when Max got there, it started to shift a little bit. Whatever. But nothing was. It's just like him arguing. I was like, well, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Oh, I think it was the Durant for me. It could have been something earlier, but it was really that Durant. And I was like, damn, we live in a world where cats at home Cats on air is going at the person that actually you're there to cover. You imagine watching a Mike Tyson fight or a Floyd fight and Max Kellerman like, yeah. Mike, you don't want to make an enemy of me. What? I just thought I was like, that turn of the tide changed a lot of things.
Last but not least, Jason Whitlock. It's harder to find a person who like him.
Exactly.
And I think he like it like that.
I think he like it.
He done patted his face.
Oh my God, he don't want Drewski on the board.
Was he smoking weed or was he smoking a black? Did he freak it?
You know you got to freak that black.
I said, man, what does freaking a black and
But
behind?
you loosen it up, bro.
Loose my behind, man.
Oh, God, man, don't do that.
Whoa.
Pause! And that is a wrap here for 4th and 1. Throw a flag on yourself. Matter of fact, you're already dressed in all yellow.
Y'all don't do me like that.
Yeah, all right.
Because you know they edit some stuff out to make you look bad, and I expect that clip edited out. And if it ain't, I'm gonna whoop your Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. It's getting late. It's getting late.
Now, you add the person who I may have missed.
We want to see your own list.
Yeah, y'all add your own people, blah, 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 to the list. Oh, man, that's good. I know Nick Wright going to get on somebody's list. I know Nick Wright, a lot of people be like, yo, Nick Wright be saying some crazy stuff. Whitlock up there. It's funny of late, y'all, I'm hearing more and more people. I've gotten some phone calls from some people who have names, prominent people, and I certainly see it online. People are like, yeah, Whitlock is a little more digestible of late. That interview with Cam did wonders for Whitlock in terms of people understanding where he's coming from. Because I think a lot of people take his criticism as hate when his criticism actually, whether you agree or not, is coming from a place of love. I've known him too long now. Doesn't mean he doesn't say crazy stuff, because every time I do a show with him or I listen to him, it's something he says, I'm like, that's crazy. But who doesn't have that crazy uncle, granddaddy, somebody sitting there, you're like, you just drop some jewels. You just drop some wisdom at the same time. What the hell you just say? You can't say that. So, look, I think people are starting to understand at least a little better where Whitlock coming from. But y'all got to beat it up in the comments. Let me know who y'all think.
That's literally how I feel about Jason Whitlock. Sometimes he says some really insightful stuff that you're like, man, that makes sense. Especially when you talk about the Bible and coming to God and certain things. But then there's a lot of contradictions in the things that he says. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll say things that about Deion Sanders that I can never actually understand. The guy's an upstanding guy who's accomplished a lot, but also is a present father, is a good actual role model for a lot of young black men to stay involved in their children's lives and to be an influencer to their children and to help guide them. The guy's coached his sons from little league all the way up to the NFL. And Jason Whitlock's got this eternal problem with this guy. He got a problem with him. He got a problem with his son. He's got a problem with everything with Jason Whitlock, with Deion Sanders. So to me, that's just hate. That's a guy who, you know, measures himself against a guy like that. He's constantly bringing up that they're similar age. And a guy like that is just more appealing to the general public. You know, he's probably more appealing to the ladies. He's probably more successful than Jason Whitlock has ever really been or wanted to be. And he just hates him for it. You know what I mean? So he attacks everything about the guy. He attacks his family, his kids, his walk with God. He attacks everything. And to me, I'm like, damn, bro, you draw me off. I can't support that. You know what I mean? But a lot of valid points. I mean, I think Cam Newton can put himself on the list because he's very animated. I don't know if Cam Newton actually talks like that in real life. I think Cam Newton's probably a lot more chill, a lot more mellow. But I feel like he feels like he's got to turn up, you know, for, you know, the clicks. I guess he's got a goal to get his channel noticed, and he wants to be a personality. He's probably taking a page out of Stephen A. Smith, because I also feel Stephen A. Smith does that a lot. I think he mimics Martin. He tries to take a little bit of Martin's personality and the ways that he talks and the ways that he jokes and the things that he says, and he tries to like be a caricature, if you will. I don't know. When Stephen A. Smith is more chill, like on his news podcast or his personal podcast. He's more digestible to me, but sometimes he turns it all the way up. You know, on the sportscast, I don't really vibe with it. Not hating, the guy's killing it. So you got to respect what he's accomplished. So I'm not one of those guys who's going to throw shade on that front, but you got to really respect what he's done there. That being said, I do think like he turns it up. A lot of people say he's more quiet and down to earth and a little bit more chill in real life than he is behind the camera. So who's to say? Or in front of the camera. Who's to say? Well, that's my take. Cam Newton's definitely airing out his differences. You got a few other guys who want to have more of a tough guy image. I guess Matt Barnes was thrown in the list. I don't know. Cam knows that in calling these people out, there will be some backlash as a result of that. So I think Cam is being controversial because once the backlash comes, he can capitalize off of it, because every one of these guys are former athletes. A good portion of them are former athletes who are competitive. So they'll come back whenever they feel like someone's talking about them. So for the ones who were athletes, it's likely they might say something about Cam for calling them out. And for the ones who are not, Stephen A. Smith may say something, you know, depending on what's said. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But I did want to share this clip with you. I thought it was entertaining. So I'm sharing it. I definitely want to invite you guys to like and subscribe to the show, We Know Sports Show. We are everything sports on this channel. We are trying to build our fan base here for other sports enthusiasts. So definitely like and subscribe, stay connected, and let me know what you think on the various stories that we bring forth. All right, guys, it's yours truly, Mr. B, signing out. Thank you for joining us, and stay connected. Like, subscribe, stay connected. All right, talk to you soon.